Welcome to this special episode of the CPQ podcast. So I'm thrilled to have a guest co-host today for the first time, and that's Carrie Jordan. Joining me today, we will be celebrating Epicor customers with an awards podcast. And let me introduce Carrie to you. Carrie is the host of the Manufacturing the Future podcast at Epicor and serves as the Group Vice President of Product Management at Epicor. She lives with her family in Richmond, Virginia, and brings nearly 20 years of enterprise technology experience to the table. I'm very excited to co-host this awards podcast with her for the first time. Welcome to the CPQ podcast, Carrie. Could you please tell us more about the new CPQ awards program?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Frank. It's wonderful to be here and really appreciate the opportunity to join you and co host alongside you as we talk about the Epicor CPQ Awards. So, just very quickly, if your listeners are unfamiliar with Epicor, Epicor is a business software organization. We serve the world's hardest working organizations in the make, move, sell economy. And one of the ways, of course, in which we do that is with Epicor CPQ. We're excited to announce the new Epicor CPQ Awards program. This is the first year that we've done them. At Epicor, we really see our customers use our product to accelerate their business velocity. We're inspired by their achievements, and we really think that you all will be too. So we're very excited to celebrate their success and share the cool things that they're doing, and perhaps even inspire some ideas of your own in your own businesses as you're looking to leverage CPQ solutions and hopefully Epicor CPQ solutions. So that's why we've launched this awards program. We're really excited again to celebrate their success. And we're making awards in 3 categories. Those categories are innovation, collaboration, and optimization. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about each recipient. So, our optimization champion is Frameless Hardware Company and Epicor partner SKO Solutions. Frameless Hardware Company LLC is a manufacturer and supplier to the glass, glazing, and fenestration industries, providing a range of tools and supplies, as well as innovative hardware product solutions for frameless shower doors, commercial storefronts, architectural railings, and transaction windows. To streamline production, FHC worked with Epicor partner SKO Solutions to implement a build, quote, for their all glass entrance systems. Using the capabilities of Epicor CPQ, this tool enables customers to design, price, and order their system using an online 3D building configurator, really eliminating the need to manually draw every piece of glass for fabrication. It also generates a quote that can be sent directly to the customer, optimizing the entire ordering process and exceeding customer expectations. So, congratulations to our optimization champion, Frameless Hardware Company, and Epicor partner, SKO Solutions. So that those are our awards, those are our winners. We are really excited to get to know each.
Excellent. And then I would say let's go ahead and let's start with Frameless Hardware Company. And we have Omar, Jesse, Armando, and Reed all on the call today. So congratulations to the award. And let's start by telling me a little bit more about what Frameless Hardware Company does and what your role is at Frameless Hardware Company.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Omar, and I'm the Director of Engineering in Frameless Hardware Company. And involvement with CPQ and Epicor was to create our package of manufacturing with CPQ, times for manufacturing, and drawings for our people on the floor when they fabricated like doors or sidelights for our system.
Excellent. So then let's thanks Omar. Happy to have you here. Then let's get next to Jesse.
Hi, my name is Jesse, and I'm the brand manager for the architectural hardware. So my job here is to, create and assist our engineering department to create programs that can help our customers, pretty much self-serve themselves as far as creating quotes, designing openings, and doing certain things that normally will require a lot of attention or a lot of time. So So my role here is basically to try to assist customers and get things quoted out in a timely manner.
Excellent. Very happy to have you, Jesse, and congratulations. And let's go next to Armando.
Hi, my name is Armando. I'm the Vice President of Manufacturing. My responsibility with FAC is to make sure that we fabricate all the custom products. So FAC supplies a range of standard manufacturing products and custom products. I run my manufacturing through Epicor. So integrating the CPQ with our manufacturing is a big asset for us to be able to help out Jesse's team on the sales side of it, but I'm responsible for all the fabrication.
Excellent. Very happy to have you, Armando, and congratulations to you too. And then last but not least, we go to the System Integrator, SKO, that worked with you on this implementation, right? And that's Reed Lehner.
Hi, my name is Reed Leonard, and I'm the president of SKO Solutions. And I'm an Epicor partner who's been helping FHC implement Epicor as well as build their CPQ configurators.
Excellent. Great to have you. Then, did you want to add anything here, Carrie?
No, this is great. Just wanted to congratulate you all on your optimization award. I agree, Frank. Let's go ahead and get some background.
I can start with, well, I mean, one of the main again, the objective of us working with the CPQ program was to be able to bridge the gap between one, the customer and our tech sales department, to be able to give them the power to give quotes. That's where Jesse kind of comes into doing the sales part of it. How do you estimate custom products with real costs, right? It has to have the as it's changing in my world, that they get an updated price. So the challenge was, we've been working on Excel sheets, doing pricing programs with that. Obviously, as pricing changes and economy going into different ways, it's hard to keep up with all those pricing and be accurate. So this was a tool that we saw that could give us the opportunity to be true cost based on us having the proper VOMs, the proper data into the system, to be able to allow Jesse's team to be able to get quotes to the customer faster, and also give a tool to the customer to be able to quote themselves, an accurate cost on the custom product.
Got it. So, but let me ask one question. I understand you also implemented the 3D capabilities of Epicor CPQ. What does that do for you?
Yeah, on the three-dimensional, it really helps the customer get a visual. So when our customers have their customers in their facility, they can easily create an opening and they can actually visualize it and see it, and they can use the 3D version as far as spinning the opening, looking at it in every other angle if possible. So it really paints a really clear picture of what they're getting. So it's definitely a great feature for us.
I understand too that part of this is around dynamic pricing. Would you share a little bit about why that matters to your organization and how that helps your customers?
As far as like the live pricing, as you're creating the actual openings themselves, if a customer goes in and has a set budget, as the build is being created, it kind of gives the customers an idea of where they're at. So they might have a $5,000 budget, but yet they're visualizing something that they see that's actually $20,000. So it really helps out because it kind of puts you where you need to be. So it kind of gives you that flexibility of saying, hey, look, I can change this, and this will get us closer to that number. So it really has helped out, and they can do it from the leisure of their home, from late at night, early morning, so when nobody needs to be around for them to actually do that. So it's really great.
Excellent. And I think it's one thing to really talk about these improvements, right? So the pricing and also the visualization. We can obviously not show that here in this video or audio podcast, right? So, but what I'm interested in is to learn, how do you measure the effectiveness of this one? Do you have any key performance indicators? Do you have any metrics that you use that really show you how much difference the solution makes to you?
On the quoting side, just for me to kind of elaborate on that, I mean, something that would take me, 30, 40 minutes, I can easily go in there and get something created within, 5-10 minutes, so some of the more intricate ones can take up to 2 hours, and that can probably take me maybe about 15 to 20 minutes. So on our end, it really has speeded up our actual quoting capabilities. Not only that is you actually put it on the actual customer side, so you kind of put everything on their hands and they can create as they please. So as far as for us, definitely it's been a big help. Percentage wise, I mean, I would have to say, I mean, we can literally increase by 30-40% easily.
But let me ask one follow-up question here. Is that something that you measure on a regular basis where you look each month and say, hey, this is how it helped? Or is that something where you
We
said
do.
one? Yeah.
We do have reports that'll tell us, as far as how many customers have used it. So we do have that. So it does. We do get a weekly report. So yes, we do measure that, and that's basically where that percentage comes from. So
Got it. I have one more follow-up question here. Is that something that you just measured once after you implemented it, or you keep measuring and you keep looking for improvement opportunities?
it's consistently. So it's every week. Every week the new report comes out and it gives us the overall usage from customers, how many customers have logged in, how many new customers have come on board. So it is. It's an ongoing report that we get every week, and it kind of tells us also as far as the amount of specific hardware that's being requested and how we can implement that into the actual CPQ to allow us to speed that up and make it more easier for customers to get their quotes and also process orders.
Excellent. And I leave it here to Carrie for the next question. So because I was throwing three in a row at you, so didn't want to jump in.
Of course, I thought those are really good. It's always interesting to hear how organizations such as yours, Jesse, are really tracking the metrics and measuring the effectiveness. Of course, my question next is for Reed. Would really love to understand, as you began to work with Frameless Hardware Company, how did you see Epicor CPQ really helping them to streamline operations, to really help improve customer service and perhaps to reduce any manual tasks that they were undertaking that perhaps were not necessary in their business? How did you work with them to enable Epicor CPQ?
Well, the first thing we did was they were using the embedded configurator from Epicor. So the first thing was kind of look at those and say, okay, what of those can we move into CPQ, and how seamlessly can we make that happen? So that was our first, go at this. And then once we did that, we were able to, okay, now let's give this tool over to the brand managers like Jesse and his team, so that they can actually create quotes and give real-time kind of drawings and visuals to their customers. It's things that we couldn't do before. In the embedded configurator, it was very component based. So if a customer wanted a door, we would say, okay, I'll have a configurator for a top rail, then a configurator for a bottom rail, then a configurator for a header. And so it was just all separate pieces. So with CPQ, we're able to create one configurator for a door and include all those pieces. And that allows the customer to see, the door, the side lights, the header, they can see the whole opening that they're building. And then we're able to, like kind of mentioned earlier, we're able to take the pricing, and since this is integrated with Epicor, the customer is we're getting real cost for what we're building, and then we're able to give a real price for that. Before, as they said, we were using Excel spreadsheets, which they're only up to date from the time that we first made them. So a week later they are out of date. So now everything gets updated nightly with all the costs, and so the customer is getting a true price and we're getting true cost. And what we do is once we go through the CPQ process, that flows down to engineering, and they confirm all of what they've built to make sure there's no questions or no issues. And they compare the cost. If there's any cost differences from if they have to make any changes, they look at that cost to make sure that's up to date, or that's consistent with what was quoted. And we also record from the KPI standpoint. We keep track of how many orders come through engineering that get that are engineered through CPQ. So we have a weekly KPI for that on the engineering side. And then from the manufacturing side, so now that we're creating the drawings in CPQ, so now we're going, the drawings are created in the quoting process, that's flowing through engineering, and that's now going to manufacturing. So we're not creating separate drawings in, you know, the quoting process and then transferring those to engineering, having them change those drawings. It's just one drawing packet that's flowing straight from the quoting. The customer signs off on it, sees it, and then that goes through engineering and then to the manufacturing floor. So it cuts out any of the manual updates and additional changes that we were having to do prior to this.
That's great. That's really interesting because I think it's so important to have those KPIs as you are going through the implementation process, so you can go back and ensure that you're solving for the desired outcome that you originally had as part of the business. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. I wanted to ask Jesse the next question here, and that is, so as part of optimization efforts, I'm sure you have to sort of continuously improve, right? Because you're continuously looking for what are the next challenges we need to go solve for. So, curious from your perspective, what's next for Epicor CPQ within your organization? You know, how do you envision continuing to drive growth and innovation? You know, especially potentially in terms of increasing revenue or enhancing customer service, but really when it comes to continuing optimization efforts, what's next?
Well, for us, I mean, the goal is to get all of our systems into CPQ, to where right now we currently only have the all glass doors. So there's multiple options as far as glass doors, but we do have other brands. We have our aluminum division, we have our railing division, we have our shower division, transaction windows. So eventually the goal will be to have all those products in there. I mean, hopefully all of them, but at least to get started with some. So yes, that's definitely the goal.
That's great. Continuing to expand. Love
Yes.
it.
Excellent. Then let me ask a question here over here. And that's, so now you went through this process. You haven't rolled it out to all your divisions, but you already see it. You have some benefit. What do you say? What are the benefits or the lessons learned so far? Would you do anything different? What has worked really well? What can you share about that?
I mean, as far as on our side, definitely, which is something that we always talk about with engineering and manufacturing, logics, to have logics to stream the whole process. And I think Armando can elaborate a little bit more on this end, but creating these steps, these logics ahead of time will help the whole process as far as the entry goes and the whole transition into the CPQ and into the Epicor.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I think one of the points that Jesse hit is the biggest thing that we got is we're a custom manufacturing, right? And as being the last persons to supply the metal to a building, lead times has always been the crunch time. You were the last guy. We need to be there tomorrow. You need to get it done quickly. Give me a quote, get it fabricated, and get it to the field. So with this tool, it's allowing us to get a bit more time. Basically, I'm getting more time to be able to fabricate. It allows a tool also for the engineer and Omar's team to be able to configure orders faster with maybe less experienced engineers, and being able to train them how to use the system and the rules that go with it and their configurators, and track it and see, okay, how many orders can we produce or engineer per day? So the faster I get the order into the production floor, the faster I can take care of the customer. So at all levels in our system, it's helping us tremendously improving our service, which is basically one of our main 4 items for our customers, that we will provide you the best service with the best product. And that all comes with that, what we're trying to accomplish right now with that.
Excellent. And I think that's what you want to hear. Happy customers and a happy vendor who is providing the solution, right? So that's excellent. Now, congratulations again to everyone for winning this optimization award. What's a good way for interested listeners who potentially want to learn more about this? What's a good way for contact you if they have any follow-up questions?
So I can be reached through follow-up questions at my email, which is reid@skosolutionsinc.com.
Excellent. And then Jesse and
Jesse at fhc-usa.com.
Excellent. And Armando, you also?
Yeah, I'm Armando at fhc-usa.com. And I mean, if they have any questions as far as how it actually benefited us as a manufacturer and a sales, we'll be more than happy to help out in that sense, give some feedback.
Perfect. And thank you very much for being available to do that. Congratulations again. We will have all this contact information in the show notes. Thank you very much for making time for the CPQ podcast today.